Hey guys, this is Gene Jensen, and I am here with my lovely wife, Tiffany.
Hey y'all.
and we're here at Highland Rim Retreats in Spencer, Tennessee for a family reunion. But I want to do a real quick video that I've been wanting to do for a very, very long time. And this video is all about how to teach kids how to fish. Something that I have been doing for quite a while, and there's good ideas and bad ideas, but you guys stay tuned and enjoy this video. When I was going through all of the plans and all of the many outlines that I've done for this video, I always tried to keep in mind one thing. Out there are tons of single moms, single dads, just people who want to teach kids how to fish, and they don't know where to start. And that's the biggest thing, is knowing where to start and knowing how to make it fun for the kids, because that's the number one rule. The number one rule is they've got to have fun. It's stressful. You want to strangle them sometimes. You want to take them home sometimes, and so it's tough. But some of the things that I've done throughout the years with my children to help reduce the stress once you get out on the water is kind of some of the things that I want to talk about to start with.
We have 4 kids. 4. 3 boys, 1 girl.
Yep.
So it's best to start out taking them fishing one at a time. That helps. Not all 4 at the same time. But sometimes you can avoid that. So I think the ways we've made it easier is to take them one at a time. And then as they get older, they do start to understand more about how to fish, and they're more independent. But you kind of have to realize that up until a certain point where they're like 10 or 11, you're just going to have to give them your complete attention.
Yep, and the trick to doing that is don't take any of your fishing stuff.
Yes.
That's the hardest part.
Don't have any plans of your own.
Nope.
Leave those at home.
You are guiding your children. But before you leave the house, there's a few things that you can do to reduce a lot of the issues that happen out on the water. Number 1 is teach them how to cast in your yard. If you don't have a yard, go to a field, whatever. Go buy 2 or 3 5-gallon buckets and some 1/4-inch nuts, and tie those onto the end of the rod. Put the buckets out in the field and have a casting competition with your kids.
Our kids have had so many hours of fun doing that.
Oh yeah, because they'll do it on their own.
They can be constantly entertained with that. Just out in the yard trying to hit that bucket, especially our boys. Yep. They love that.
And the reason I say 5-gallon buckets is because there is something about the noise, a 1/4-inch nut or a 1/2-inch nut. When it hits that bucket, they get so excited. It doesn't have to go in the bucket. It just makes that big noise of it hitting the bucket, and they love it, and they get really, really happy about it. And another thing is, it's not a casting for distance contest. Make them short casts to start with, and then make them a little longer and a little longer. You're working on their accuracy. You're also working on their back cast. When you're bank fishing, you want your kid to look behind them to make sure they're not going to hook you or another sibling on their back cast. So you're teaching them how to do that. You're teaching them how to cast. That's one of the best things I've ever done, because when they get out on the water, what happens is they get out there and they already know how to cast. So you're not teaching them that. You're just teaching them the skills of catching a fish. So that's huge. That's huge, and it's huge not to bring your own tackle too. So another main goal of this is you want your kids to catch a fish. And so yeah, my biggest suggestion is don't go with artificial lures. Actually, let's go back. Let's talk about tackle real quick. Go to Walmart. Let them pick out their rod and reel, but remember I said try to steer them away from the short plastic Barbie rods and the ones with 3 guides on it and the little push button.
They're very appealing.
Yeah, and the kids love them because they got pretty pictures on the package.
Yes.
But they end up being very frustrating in the long run, because 1, they're short, you can't cast very far with them. 2, they have no flex to them, so you still can't cast far with them, and the accuracy is horrible. So try to steer them away from it. If they are intent on that Barbie rod, then okay, get one for them. But get at least a 4-foot, 5-foot long rod, and a little push button reel, a little Zebco 33 or something like that, and make sure it has line on it and stuff like that. You can use the line that's in it. But anyway, get that, get some basic tackle, get some small hooks, some little bitty split shot sinkers, and some bobbers. And then you're gonna go by the tackle store or the bait shop, and you're gonna get some crickets and some worms. Not big worms, the little red wigglers or whatever.
They love worms.
Oh yeah, and they'll play in the worms all day long. But you get out there, and that's what you're gonna fish with. And there's a simple rig. You tie the hook on the end of the line, you put a split shot about 4 or 5 inches above the hook, and then about, depending on the depth of the water you're fishing, that's where you put that bobber. You want that bait to be a little bit off of the bottom, and that's it. And so when you go out to the water, rig it up like that and go out, and it doesn't matter how big the fish is. I wished I'd had the video on years ago when John David was 5 years old or 4 years old, and he caught a little bluegill about that long, and he said, "Daddy, Daddy, it's a monster." It doesn't matter. Any fish is a trophy to a kid who hasn't never caught one. So your goal is to get them to catch a fish, and
they'll be thrilled with whatever they catch.
Oh yeah, and that's a start.
Until they're 13, and then they want big fish. Yeah.
And then you get into the artificials. You let them decide when they want to do it. Okay, so say you're out fishing, and your child says, "Daddy, Mommy, I'm bored. I want to go home." My rule of thumb is when they ask the third time, pack it up and go home. It is, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to stretch that time as much as you can. And that time, every single trip will get longer and longer and longer. Some of your kids, like Jake, will have to be catching fish or they get bored. He even gets bored sometimes when you're catching fish, and he gets to go do his own thing. Jordan, on the other hand, you could be catching nothing, and he will get mad when you say, "All right, sun's going down, it's time to go home."
He's happy if he's snagged somewhere on something. Remember that video you had? He was snagged for 30 minutes, and he was fine.
Yeah, and so he's one of those that just loves to stay on the boat. And so you're going to get different kids, different things. Just feel them out. But like I said, in the third time they say go home, pack it up and go home. Don't make it a big deal. I remember a nurse I worked with. She was an older lady, and she hated to fish. And the only reason she hated to fish was that her grandfather used to make her stay on the boat all day long when she didn't want to be there. And I think that if he would have gone home 10, 15 times, by the time she was a teenager, she would have loved it.
Location helps too.
Yep.
We have taken the kids to these events where they release trout in streams, and they're able to catch those.
Fishing rodeos.
Fishing rodeos are fun. They're fun for little kids. They love the events that they have there. If you can get to those, do it. This place is great that we're at because it's kind of a vacation spot geared toward fishing. And so they've got a great lake here. It's called Long Branch Lake, right? And it's a legacy lake?
It's a Bill Dance Legacy Lake.
So we're hoping to have some luck.
We'll see. A lot of people, my sister was one of those years ago, and she kind of mentioned this to me, that there's a lot of people out there that don't even know anywhere to start, how to find a place to fish, how to do anything. So we're going to go through the list of things that are in my head about the basics, the very beginning. First of all, if you're over 16, you have to have a fishing license in almost every state in the country. So check your wildlife resources laws and things like that, and make sure that you're legal. Number two, a lot of the wildlife resources websites, especially here in Georgia that I know of, in Alabama, there's a couple other states that I frequent, that you can go on there and find lists of public fishing areas, lists of places where you can go and fish legally and not have a problem. You can go ask somebody. A lot of states, New Jersey, I was totally impressed with New Jersey when I went up there. They have a ton of public little ponds for kids to go fishing. No wonder bank fishing is so popular up in that area. In Georgia, not so much. A lot of it's big lakes and then the little small lakes in the public fishing areas, but there's not a whole lot of public fishing areas. It's just not like New Jersey, where everybody bank fishes because there's tons of places to go around and bank fish. So you got to do your research, biggest thing. Don't let it intimidate you. Go into a tackle shop. Yeah, my sister was like, she was so scared to go into a tackle shop and just start talking to the guy behind the counter and ask him questions. Don't be scared to do that. Go in, go to the guy at the tackle shop and say, you know, I just want to let my kids go catch the little bitty bluegill out in the lake. And he will hook you up with the basics. Don't spend more than $25 on tackle.
Ooh, that should be a rule for you every time you go to the tackle shop. Don't spend more than $25.
My rules don't spend more than $200. So I spend $20 just on sinkers. Just don't be intimidated to talk to people about fishing, especially at the tackle shops. Those mom and pop tackle shops are excellent to go and just pick somebody's brain.
They love to talk. Too.
Yeah, they love to
Most
talk.
of those guys love to talk.
But don't spend a lot of money. You should be able to get a rod and a reel for your kid for less than $25, and then tackle for less than $25, everything that you need. You can make it as pretty and nice as you want to. Get the Barbie tackle box, get the whatever, but make sure that it is fun for your kids. Make sure that it is as low stress as possible for you. If you start to get stressed out, back away from it a little bit. There are times, every trip, I get to that point where I'm like, I'm done. My kids have driven me as far as I can drive. You know, I can go, and I step away, and then shortly after that we go home. But it happens. But just know that each time your kid's going to want to stay longer and longer and longer if they're having fun. If you want to stay out a little bit longer, you can bring their little phone games and video games, but I would suggest against it. Just take them out, leave their electronics at home, and go. So.
And then they turn 15 and you've got a tournament partner.
Yep, exactly. My kids love to fish, all of them. My next goal is to teach my daughter, who's 8, how to cast a bait caster, and get a little bit more and more advanced. But that's the goals. Is just set your little goals and work on your kids and have a whole lot of fun. I don't care if you've never done it before. I don't care if you've never touched a fishing rod. If you can take these steps and put them to use, you and your child will have something to do together. You know, I get that all the time. Comments a lot on my videos about kids or dads now having something to do with their children, which is a ton. And then dad's the hero.
Yeah.
More than anything, I want dad and mom to be the hero. They can come and watch my videos all they want, but I would rather you guys teach them how to fish. So
I have a few suggestions for moms.
All right, moms.
Like the little grippers and a pair of pliers to get the hooks out with.
Oh yeah, yep. Make sure you have a little pair of needle nose pliers or forceps.
Absolutely.
And the lip grippers, as I call them, you can get them at Cabela's. You can order them at Amazon. They're the plastic little lip grippers. Get the small ones. There's 2 different sizes, but definitely something that because a lot of the kids aren't going to want to hold the fish. All right, well, like I always say, be sure to introduce somebody to fishing. Introduce them to my channel. Let me help you teach them how to fish. More importantly, get out on the water, go out and catch some fish, and have a great day. What you want?
Can we please go fishing now?
Sure, let's go. I don't know, it's thundering.